Hi folks, welcome back to the B29 restoration project. Got a little bit of good news, a little bit of bad news with this whole video. Good news is progress is being made. Bad news is the SD card on my GoPro somehow got corrupted when I went to pull about 8 hours of footage off of it, so almost all of the work that finished up the wing panels has been lost to wonderful technology. But like I said, the wing panels are more or less done. I got a couple of things cutting over there in the laser cutter so I can reduce the size of the servo openings from the quarter scale servo down to a more standard size servo. So I got some plywood plates and I'll just epoxy and then probably screw in here with some flush screws, and then just conventional standard size servos I'll fit in there. As you see, it's all sanded. The leading edge, the new one has been spliced in there. The new sheeting goes all the way out to the wing root over there. You see this nacelle has all been strip planked, which I had a lot of video footage of strip planking, and unfortunately I lost that, but I do have more to do, so I'll make sure to get another good set of videos when I go to strip plank the inboard nacelles. The whole nacelle is all strip planked all the way to the top. That's all done. This ply rib didn't need to be replaced. That's on the other wing, but all the wing skins have been fixed and replaced. The wingtip block here on the left wing has been cut, has been put in place. All of the G10 trailing edge insets have been done. I had a video of that as well, showing how I came up with that with a little fancy tool, but it is also gone. Same here, I got to put the filler plates to reduce the size of the servos. There was a hatch here on both wing panels for remote receivers. I believe Mac used to run Spectrum or JR in this. I'm a Jetty guy, so I filled these in. These are ready to be sanded down. Again, the left wing nacelle here has been strip planked. All of the sheeting replaced. The wing root rib has been replaced. I epoxied in the hardwood dowel for the leading edge retention bolt is there. That nacelle is also completely strip planked as well, and this wing also has the trailing edge G10 inset that's ready to be sanded flush with the trailing edge, and this aileron's ready to come off. I just need to get around to doing it. And then here on this wing, once I get that wingtip block sanded down to shape, I'll pull this aileron off so we can sit there and start going about re-hinging that. Control horns are typically, well, what they had on here was just some Dubro stuff. I may replace these with some CNC cut G10 control horns with a ball link, so it's in a double shear setup, but I may not, because this is just simple and very easy to replace the hardware. Otherwise, if I did the G10 thing, I'd have to cut a pocket here in the aileron to inset a block to give those G10 horns a good bit of structure to mount to. A couple of things I did on the tops of the nacelles, which you can't really see. I laser cut a couple of bulkheads. This is the rear one here, and then I've got the larger bulkhead there just to kind of change the shape to make it a little bit more of a pleasing shape instead of it being so triangular. Also had to cut a couple of extra bulkhead pieces here just in case I needed some, which ended up needing, I think, 1 or 2 of those. The other wing root rib is already cut out, and I've also got the blocks for the back of the nacelles on the wingtip rough shaped as well. They're ready to go on as soon as I get done sanding everything. Weather tomorrow is supposed to be nice. I'm gonna take these things outside. I'm gonna get them all sanded down. Hopefully get the majority of all the filling done, if there's any more filling that needs to be done outside of what I've already have done. And the plan is, to get these sanded tomorrow and get them ready for fiberglassing, so when I come back from work late next week, I can get both of these glassed and they will be ready for a coat of primer. And then once they're in primer, they'll get set to the side, and then we'll pull that fuselage and that wing center section out of the trailer, and the real work will begin. Overall, the repairs have been extremely simple. Nothing really hard to do. It's one of the joys about working with foam core wings. As long as things don't melt, repairs are typically pretty easy. And you can, I mean, I could probably build some of these wings if I had foam cores and whatnot. It'd take you longer to make the wing skins than it would be to build a wing. So I bet you a pair of these wings, if you put a good bit of effort into it, you could probably build a set of these 2 wings in a week. So, but anyway, unfortunately, like I said, I lost a lot of footage, but here we are. We've got a huge amount of work done, and I would say this is probably only about a quarter of the actual rebuild process. The majority of it's going to be the wing center section and the horizontal stab. The fuselage really is not that bad. It's just going to be a lot of removing sheeting, applying new sheeting, letting it dry, and move your way around the fuselage. So overall, I don't think this is actually going to be all that time consuming. I fully expect by the end of the summer the airplane will be fully repaired, fiberglass and in primer, and ready for engines and radio gear to go in it. So I've got a couple of ideas floating around. I've got some I drew up some 12-inch by 16-inch Gillo style hand toss gliders, which are ridiculously cheap to make, but to ship them is not. It's about 18 bucks to ship the box and about $6 for the box and packaging material. So unfortunately a $10 glider ends up becoming $35, $40 very, very quickly once you start doing that. We're working on a couple of sticker designs, got that going on. I've also got a pretty cool idea utilizing the old cows, the original cows that were on it, like this one, and then a couple of those 4-bladed propellers and a plaque where basically the nose of the cow would get attached to a plaque. There'd be kind of like a 3D printed little engine in there, or at least the gearbox of the engine, and then probably just a printed photo in the background of like the cylinders and whatnot to kind of keep it easy enough. And then there's 4-bladed propellers that I've got in there that would be mounted to that 3D printed gearbox section, and it would be kind of like a plaque of like a B-29 engine assembly for maybe a silent auction, maybe just to put them up for sale. I don't know. Give me your ideas. Give me your thoughts. Got to do something to get some funds coming in to buy 4 engines and a whole bunch of servos and radio equipment. Right now I think we're at about 16 servos and 10 batteries, 4 ignition, 1 landing gears, that's 5. Then you gotta have 2, 4, 6 or 11 batteries going on. So yeah, it's gonna be a lot of stuff for this thing. So anyways, that's all I got. Sorry it's not better footage, or at least longer footage with more interesting things and rebuild process, but technology happens. So until next time, y'all have a great day, and we'll see you then.